So, what do you do with the remainder? Well, it's actually kind of simple. Let's take a look at the problem 82 divided by 7, or how many groups of 7 can go into 82. We would need to write it out in a different format, like this. And we would ask ourselves, how many 7s would go into that 8 in our tens place? And the answer is 1. So we subtract out our 7, and we end up with 1 left over. Now we bring down the 2, and we get 12. How many 7s would go into that 12? And the answer is 1. So again, we put our 1 up here, and we subtract out our 7. And that gives us a 5 left over. Now, we know we can't have any more 7s go into that 5. So, we need to put it in as a remainder. Which, this is normally fine, but when we're in problem solving, what does that remainder 5 mean? When dealing with problem solving and remainders, we have 3 options. We can report it, we can forget it, or we can round it. And how you decide is you have to look at each problem individually and figure out what to do with the remainder. In report it, we're looking for the amount of extra of something. For example, if we had the problem that I had 82 shells and I put them in 7 equal piles, how many are left over? We already know the answer is 11, remainder 5. But what is that remainder 5? It's the amount of extra shells that are left over. So, that remainder 5 would actually be the answer to our problem-solving question. We reported it as the answer. With forget it, our problem would look a little bit different. The problem would sound something like, I have 82 shells, and I'm putting them in 7 equal piles. How many are going to be in each pile? The problem still is 82 divided by 7, so we would end up getting 11, remainder 5. But in this problem, we're looking for the number of equal piles, so we can forget that remainder, and our answer would be 11 equal piles. The last thing we can do with the remainder is round it. For this type of remainder, I always teach it using the field trip example. So let's look at a different problem. There are 82 students in the class. In order to go towards the field trip, they need to be in groups of 7. How many groups would you need? You would find your answer by doing 82 divided by 7. And we know that gets you an answer of 11 remainder 5. So would you need 11 groups? Well, what about those 5 extra students? They need to go in a group as well. And would you want to be one of them? Probably not. So 11 groups wouldn't work. We would need to round that remainder 5 to make 12 groups. And one group would just have 2 less people in it. But you would need a total of 12 groups for everyone to go on the field trip. So, have fun interpreting remainders, and remember, the answer is always in the problem of whether you round it, report it, or forget it. Good luck!